Hello, Vogue. It's Brooke Shields. I am going to take you through some of the most iconic looks that I have had over the years. I hope you're ready. First one. Oh, yes. I was 12 years old at this time, and it was right after Pretty Baby and right before I did a movie called Tilt. And after Pretty Baby, my hair was so destroyed by the way they had to fuzz my hair up every day. And the night that we wrapped, I chopped all my hair off. And this was my Frye Boot era. I did not skateboard very well, but I liked carrying it around and pretending that I could. And I was about ready to go into 7th grade, which was terrifying to me. Next, oh God, look at those dance moves. This is a Studio 54 photo. I'm wearing a very high-waisted, pinstriped, you can't see the suspenders, but I was wearing suspenders. They might be a fancy pump. I'm not sure if they're a Chanel pump, but I'm sure if they are, I borrowed them from my mom because we had the same size shoe. I was 14 when I was dancing at Studio 54, as one does. I used to love whenever Warhol was there, because whenever Andy was there, because we're on a first name basis, he always had his little camera, and so I always knew he was going to take funny pictures, and he never looked through the lens. He just would take pictures like this, and every now and then I would glance to the VIP section, and there would be somebody famous, Bianca Jagger or Baryshnikov or some supermodel, and it wouldn't be enough to get me off the dance floor. I gotta be honest. All I wanted to do was dance. Okay. This was for, surprise, the jewelry. This was for H. Stern. The idea was that after Pretty Baby, they labeled me the $1 Million Baby. Try to live through that in high school. It's fun. So they put jewels all through my hair and around my forehead. I was 16, so I was going to high school. We just drove in from the city. I had the appearance to do. It was over really quickly. And I took them off and went back to where I lived in Jersey and had my homework to do. I wasn't living the life that this person looks like they're living. Yes. Blue Lagoon. Not a lot of clothes there. The costumes on this in particular were actually crafted. They were really beautifully crafted because they were taken from vintage pieces that they had to make look worn. So a lot of them were just taped on my body or draped and then sewn on my body to look like they had been the only clothes that I had had. And you can also, if you look closely, he's all bronze and even, and every day at 4 a.m. I had to stand in this little wooden hut, and they had to take big sponges of body dye and dye my whole body to make it look like I had been there over 10 years. Okay. This was for the premiere of Endless Love. I had never worn my hair back like this. This was a skirt and little top, and it was a real party outfit in my mind. I could still dance in it, which was really important. And I wore my mom's earrings, which I still have, actually. I was just really proud of this movie and this moment, and I loved this look. And I got to sit next to Elizabeth Taylor. And Vogue Avedon. And I remember thinking that this was the heaviest piece of jewelry I had ever put on my neck. This was sort of when Paloma Picasso, for me, was really just introduced as this extraordinary designer who was sort of crossing jewelry with art. It was sort of one of the first times I had ever really become cognizant of that. It was that very extraordinary thing where you did this whole amount of prep and then you went behind these big heavy metal doors and then it was just you. And Avedon, he would blast music. For me, he blasted Diana Ross. You just sat at the table with the reflector and It was like you were in your own little bubble. And you always had really good lunch from this Chinese restaurant. Oh, very proud moment of mine. This was my slick hair, dark red lip, big hoops, lots of crop tops. I really can't show this to my daughter. Then I won't be able to tell her she can't wear them. This is the premiere of Death Becomes Her. I was a huge fan of Meryl Streep's. This was in the off chance I was going to get to meet her. I thought she'd like this outfit. This is a very happy picture for me. I was extremely proud. This was Richard Tyler. He made this dress for me for the Golden Globes for my nomination. The next day, I got brought into the agency's office and she read me the riot act about how I really should have consulted her first about wearing red. It was just an absolute outrage that my lips matched my dress. And I remember being berated in her office and then walking away thinking how ironic. I felt really good about what I looked like. And then the irony continues because the next year, everybody wore red. Trailblazer, paved the road. Aha, okay, a little misstep here. So this was clearly post the red dress because this was the SAG Awards, 99. So instead of going glamorous and what I thought fabulous, I clearly went choir girl meets Amish graduation gown something. And clearly this signified serious actress to me. Oh, I feel bad for her. Another happy moment. Annie Leibovitz took this picture of me, pregnant. We had worked all day long and we were gonna do this beautiful swimming photo underwater. For some reason, I don't think she was just really happy with whether she got it or not. And I came out of the tank and I just stood there and she stopped and said, "We have to take this picture." It was hard being the second person to be photographed pregnant because Demi had done it prior and she had that whole unbelievable tuxedo look, so it was like impossible to kind of rival that. I was just so happy I was gonna be on the cover of Vogue and pregnant. Okay. A couple years ago, Zac Posen designed this extraordinary dress for me to wear at the Met Gala. I was so happy it had pockets, even though I didn't put anything in the pockets. And I just felt really regal and beautiful and appropriate. The theme was passion, you know, the Catholic and the whole thing. That really rich blue really did touch upon the theme. We got to do whole fittings and everything. It was sort of glamour the way most people think it is. This actually felt like that. I wanted it to look really gorgeous. And Zac was just so lovely, and he got me a robe and he made me this little evening purse, and I felt like a real star. 4 days ago, this was at MoMA. They were honoring Laura Dern. I think the biggest change in my style from the then to the now is that I don't wear something if I don't love it and feel good in it. It took a while for me to sort of get confident in having an opinion. In that past era, I would say the red dress is my favorite. I felt my best. I felt glamorous. I was nominated, so I was proud of my work. That would be my favorite look from then. These last two are definitely my favorite looks now, because this is who I am. Thank you so much.